Today is October 16th. I'm driving to work right now. It's 8:04, I think, so I'm a little bit late. I usually get there at 8, but I think it's okay. They don't really need me to be there on time. At least right now they don't. So I live pretty close by. So anyway, driving to work, October 16th. Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out tonight. And for me, because I grew up playing Pokemon, so this is kind of a big milestone where I get to be able to go to the midnight release, independently. I can pay for it with my own money. It's kind of like, it's very exciting. And I was thinking about buying the Switch. I actually bought the Switch too, but then I had some buyer's remorse. I saw some footage, some leaked stuff. You never want to trust too much of the leaked footage and how it will run for you, but I saw some of the leaked footage and I just thought maybe I don't want to spend $500 right this instant, for a Switch 2. So I refunded it. But I will get the Legend ZA on the original Switch, the Switch 1, and we'll see how it goes. I'm honestly, maybe not too excited about the game. I mean, the game is exciting, but I think it's more about the idea of going to a midnight release. That's fun for me, and we'll see. So, we'll get work done with today, and I'll pick up afterwards. Alright, so as you can see in the background there, I'm backing out of the parking lot right now. Ooh. These people. But we got I don't know what it is. They said it was pre-something. Pre-order, pre-something, whatever. We got right here, this is the receipt. I probably shouldn't have shown that, but whatever. I got it. I'm really excited. And what I told the guy, the store associate, I just told him, I don't really care how bad the game is, whether it's going to be like the worst game ever, the worst Pokemon game that's been released so far, but I'm just excited to be a part of something, go to a midnight release, after growing up with Pokemon not being able to. I'm excited to finally do it. So he said, come back around like 7-ish. That's when they're going to start doing some fun activities, and then the real release is at 11. So yeah, I'm really excited. I actually came here right after work. It wasn't a busy day for me, at least. I think at work, I haven't really found a place. When I was hired, I had the expectation that I was hired because this was with most jobs. You feel like you need to do something. You feel like you need to fill a position. But here, I feel like I don't need to fill a position. I feel like everyone already has their own role, and there's no sort of gaps to fill. Which, I mean, I guess that's okay, but at the same time, it makes for a very boring day. And I work as a medical assistant, so I've been sort of doing the blood draws, injections, rooming patients. And when I'm not doing anything, I just said, maybe I could chat with the doctor. And one of the doctors, he's very chill about all this stuff, so he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And he's super nice. So we talk about baseball, football, we talk about sports, and he's a pretty smart dude as well. But yeah, today I just didn't feel like shadowing him, but I just don't want to ask him every single day, because every single day it feels like I have not much to do. So I didn't want to ask him today, just to continue bugging him. And yeah, I'm just excited. I bought a few things from Jewel Osco. I got this white monster. One of my previous coworkers, he talked a lot about White Monster. He said it was like the greatest thing ever. and I never tried it. I have never tried it. I want to try it, and so I got it. I tried a different type of monster. It's like a pink, like a strawberry dream is what it's called, a monster. It just tasted like any other regular energy drink. I don't know what the white monster is gonna taste like specifically, but we'll see. Yeah, other than that, I'm just gonna drive home, relax a little bit, and then what time is it right now? I think it's around like 4:30, so I'll be back in like maybe 3 or 4 hours, and have some fun. Talk to people, see what starter they're gonna take. I'm bringing my 3DS. I'm really excited about that because I'm assuming a lot of people are going to have a 3DS or something, right? Because, this game is building off of X and Y. It's building off of Kalos. I hope it's not just Lumio City. If it's just Lumio City, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed because, Lumio City in the base games was not that big. I mean, it was pretty big, but once you sort of got around, you realized, oh, it's just a bunch of cafes. Oh, it's just, some boutiques and stores, and there's not much else besides that. So I'm hoping it's a little more than Lumio City. From all the footage that I've seen, it's just Lumio City. And I'm hoping that, because I just started Pokemon Scarlet today, or last night, and I couldn't even make it out of the house before just stopping it because the movement is so clunky. I just don't like it. Performance issues aside, the movement is just terrible. I was sort of hesitant to play Pokemon Sword and Shield for the past few years just because I don't know, maybe I'm just like what is it called? I think they call it like the Gen 1ers or something. But I'm not super big on Gen 1 either. I just love like the older generations and how sort of intuitive those were, but nowadays the Pokemon games feel a little less. And so I was hesitant to play Pokemon Sword and Shield because it was a Switch game, and I've heard mixed sort of things about the story and the playability, and it's very easy, these sort of things. And also I don't like the fact that Pokemon does the paid DLC. I think that's just something it's a real cancer in the gaming world. I don't think that many games benefit from paid DLC. I think there's very few, and the one game that I'm thinking about right now is Cyberpunk. That DLC is like a completely new story with so much content, and they still do updates. That's the thing, they still do gameplay updates, but that's like a completely new story with new characters, new everything. So I think in terms of DLC, that's like one of the best you can get. Phantom Liberty, I think it's like $30, and it's even cheaper on the Steam sale. But Pokemon's DLC, I haven't played it yet. I did get it. It's the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra. I did get it yesterday. It was around the same price, like $30, and I haven't played it yet, but we'll see how it is. With this game, my expectations are always kind of low, so whenever it is pretty good, which I thought Pokemon Sword is actually pretty good. I love the Dynamax sort of idea is interesting. I'm not a super fan of it. I love Mega Evolution. That's my favorite concept, but Dynamax is like an okay concept. And then I also like the encounters I'm iffy about, but I do like them overall. And I think the biggest thing is the soundtrack and sort of the world. It's a pretty well-built world based off of, I'm pretty sure the UK or London or the England, that sort of area. And yeah, honestly, I beat the game, so I can say it was an enjoyable experience. But yeah, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, right now, first few minutes of playing, I just already am not a big fan of it, just based on the movements. Yeah. So anyway, driving back home, and I'll catch you guys, whoever's watching this, later in the day, later in the evening. See ya. Alright, so this is great. By the way, still October 15th. And I don't know why, for some reason I thought it'd be a good idea to come early. The sales clerk at GameStop, he was talking about how they would have trivia and some other stuff from 7 to 9, I think. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll just show up. But then what didn't make sense to me was what would they be doing from 9 to 11, which 11 is when the release happens, right? So I don't know, but maybe it's my sort of like social anxiety, but I just drove by the GameStop and I didn't really see anyone there. So I didn't go in. But there is a Walmart next door, and just decided to sort of mess around, look around, and I paused my game to be here. Got a Millennium Falcon shirt, which is pretty cool. This one is not sort of ironic. This one is just, it's pretty cool. Show it here. Here you go. And I was looking at some camping gear. Nothing really that I want, but this, I mean, it's kind of like this. It's sort of not essential, but if I want to do any sort of fire stuff, especially in the winter, I'm probably gonna need a fire starter. And I don't want to sort of like rub wood. Pause. I don't want to rub wood for 20 minutes to try and start a flame, if I'm being honest, but that's how it is. I was looking at some tents, some sleeping bags, which I think a lot of the stuff that Walmart has is cheap, but it's not very good, and especially for winter stuff, you want to have gear that's good, right? Gear that's gonna keep you warm and so that you don't freeze to death in the winter throughout the night. But I don't know how hardcore I'm gonna go about this. Right now I'm kind of just perusing some equipment online, mostly at Amazon, and looking at what sort of specifications you need. I saw that you need for, I think it's like the sleeping pad, right? What you put under the sleeping bag or something like that to help keep you warm so that you're not just sleeping on the hard ground. I think they say there's like an R rating for that. It's like you want to have it, I think, greater than 4 or something, which means it has more insulation. I'm not too familiar with that. And then also, I don't know if I want to do like this is what I mean when I say I don't know how hardcore I want to do it. I don't know if I want to do bare bones camping, right? Like no water, no electricity, just you in the wilderness, right? So I was thinking like I may want to have like access to electricity or something. Or maybe access I don't know about water, like maybe access to water, right? Like, or have it like nearby, public restrooms, stuff like this. I know it's like, you don't want to do camping just to suffer, right? I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. But I mean, some people enjoy it. I don't think I would though. I don't think I'm that into it yet. Not yet. Yeah, so what time is it right now? It's 8:50. So I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess I'll stop by. I don't know if there are any people there. I got my 3DS here, which, let me just turn it on. Check that out. I got my Switch as well, which, just decided to bring along. And maybe I'll just swing by and see if anyone's there. But if not, the thing is, I don't know. I don't know if it's just going to be closed or something, or what's going to be going on. Like, is GameStop just going to be closed until 11? Right? Like, that's what I don't get. I don't think so. I'll take another look. Kumi Sushi. Oh, you know what? I've heard there's a good sushi place as well. One of my coworkers recommended it to me before. around here. It's in Crystal Lake, so I think it's across the street. Oh no, is that it? No, that can't be it. There wouldn't be two sushi places right next to each other. Check that out. Pokemon Y. So I'm ready for Kalos. I'm ready for. Let me fly to Lumiose City. I don't know if it's just like what it is, but Walmart always gives me sort of like a bad vibe. I don't know. I'm not trying to be stereotypical or anything, but there's just something about the atmosphere of Walmart that, like, some of the cars just give bad vibes, and some of the people are just like wandering. Not in the parking lot, but in the store, so yeah. Oh my gosh. And there's a car that just parked right in front of me. Yeah, so you can hear that, that's Lumiose City. Maybe I'll pass by, and if I don't see anyone, maybe I'll just go to a local park, catch some Pokemon, in Pokemon Go, of course. And alright, I'll keep this 3DS on to get some Street Pass. Other than that, yeah. Alright, so I'm about to leave GameStop. I didn't get any footage. I feel like recording inside, but I met a lot of good people, and I will say though, hygiene is definitely, I always sort of don't want to go into it thinking about it, but hygiene is definitely an issue. But the people are nice. I don't want to disregard that. Let's see, I have so much stuff here, so I'll break it down. Maybe I'll go home and do it, or drive home and do it, but I got a bag. You know what? I'll just drive home. Oh shit, my keys are right here. Hello?
A reason for that,
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I felt like I gotta sort of embrace the side that a lot of my friends don't really indulge in. None of my friends really play Pokemon or are crazy about Pokemon, so it was fun to meet people and just kind of like nerd out, but I'll do a full sort of breakdown when I get home. But I got a bag, I got the game, they gave out like a free goodie bag because I was like one of the first 3 people there, and it was a little awkward at first, but we were just doing some pretty easy trivia. I think the questions were, if you play Pokemon, if you're into the games, then you'll get it. I think like one of the questions is, I remember this because the other 2 guys that were there, by the way, they give me like mega fan vibes, and they seem super crazy about Pokemon and everything, right? They didn't get this one, and I initially didn't get it, but the question was, who is the guardian of the sea? And I guessed, or we all thought it was Manaphy, right? Because Manaphy has a whole movie about it, about how they do stuff in the ocean. But no, it's actually, we all got it wrong, and then they couldn't think of it, and I just thought, oh, of course, it's Lugia, right? It's the Lugia movie where it comes out of the sea. So yeah, it was really fun though. We all got little goodie bags to the 3 of us, and then a lot more people came as the hour reached 11 o'clock. It's not really a midnight release because Nintendo does it, I don't know where they do it, all based on Eastern time. So as long as it's 12 a.m. Eastern time, then they just release it for the rest of the world. So I'm in Central time, so it'd be 11 p.m. and then Pacific is what, 10 p.m., 9 p.m. I think it's better if it's a little bit later. It makes it feel more sort of real. By the way, it was a lot of fun. I got to meet some people, trade friend codes on the Switch and all that, and Pokemon Go and stuff. Yeah, just embrace that side that I don't usually get to. I was thinking about who I could sort of invite to this, right? And no one, I mean, a lot of my friends are back home, but none of them are into this sort of thing. And so I just decided to go by myself, and I think it was a good decision, just get out there, take the initiative. At least that's what I want to do, and anything I do nowadays, just try and take the initiative, right? And don't be afraid of making a wrong step, per se. All right, I'm at a stop sign, so I might as well just do it. So, let's see, this bag is pretty cool. So we got Legend ZA here. Got like a little art there. And then we got Mega Gardevoir, which that was already an original colors, but oh well. And then here we go. I got it for the Switch. You can see it. We're using the red light as the light here, but yeah, I got it for the Switch. One guy, while I was talking to him in line, one of the guys, his name was Marcos. He said that he was getting the Switch version solely based on the fact that of the cover art, because on the Switch 2 version there's this big ugly sort of red box, which is what they have for most Switch 2 games, and then they also have like some text at the bottom as well that he didn't like. And I was like, I didn't even think about that, but you have a good point. It shouldn't, decide all of it shouldn't sort of guide your whole decision, but I think it's a valid criticism of the Switch 2 box. Do I put it back? Yeah, it's in there. I haven't even opened the little goodie bag that they gave, but it's a drawstring bag that's the Xbox Game Pass, that says Xbox Game Pass on it, and I'm assuming they have some stuff in there, some little goodies, little tidbits. Yeah, I'm gonna drive home. I'm still about maybe 10 minutes out, so I don't want to talk the whole time. I feel like it's just gonna be me rambling about random stuff, and if I'm gonna compile this into a video, then I don't want it to be too long. But overall, really fun experience. I'm glad I decided to do this, and I mean, I'll play the new game and see how it is, and my expectations are low, I will say that, but depending on how I go and whether I want to sort of continue, my next step is to go to some sort of like convention or some sort of tournament or Pokemon championship where there's a lot more people that you can sort of talk about this with. But I searched and there's nothing around here for a while. I mean, the most recent one was in Milwaukee, and that was this past weekend. Oh gosh, so bumpy. Yeah, it was this past weekend, so I didn't even realize it, and I couldn't get tickets, of course, because it was too late. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping something comes to Chicago. I don't know if they do stuff here, like official stuff, but we'll see. But yeah, I'd love to go to like some sort of anime convention. I know they do one in Chicago. I think that's, shoot, I don't know what it is though. I'll have to look. I know they do one in Chicago. I want to do that. Maybe dress up, cosplay. That'd be cool. And yeah, maybe next time another game comes out, we'll do this again. People there were, like I said, the hygiene is questionable, but they were all pretty nice people, and I don't want to like say they're cringe, because I'm also cringe, but it was, in essence, it was like objectively, right? Is that the right word? Objectively or subjectively? I think subjective is like dependent on each person, but it was objectively, which is like factual. They were objectively cringe. I can say that, and I'm objectively cringe as well. I will admit. So it's nothing like against the person, but it's just like the type of stuff that their humor and everything. Anyway, I'm rambling too much. I'm almost home. I will do a whole sort of debrief when I get back. All right, bye. Alright, so I'm still getting set up here. Plug in the switch. Got on my monitor behind the camera here. Turn it on. Take out. This is Pokemon. Will it focus? Pokemon Scarlet. So, got Legend Z Ada, and here is the bag. So, Mega Gardevoir. Very cool. And who is that? Lucario. Got Noivern. What else? Scissor, Mega Scissor, Gardevoir, and the starters, Pikachu. Right in Lumio City. Of course, this is my receipt. I'll just keep this. What else in here? This is the code for a trench coat. It's hidden under there, so nothing there. But trench coat, I guess. I don't know. Cosmetics, cool. And here we go. The box. Oh, focus. I'm excited, but I was more excited for Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl. Even though I was ultimately disappointed by it, I was more excited for that. And I was also excited a lot for Legend Arceus, so, and I was not disappointed by that. That one was good. Like, I have a very vivid memory of playing Legends Arceus. It was 2022, the summer of 2022. I just finished my first year of college and I'm back home, and I was working at Jimmy John's, so I would work like 10 to 3, and then I would come home and be pretty tired and just play Legends Arceus while watching. This is the important part. This is why it's vivid. I would play Legends Arceus and watch Diamond No Ace, or Ace of the Diamond. It's a baseball anime. Those two things were so good together. Sorry if I have a lisp. I have my retainers in already. Take a look at the cartridge. Ooh. I don't know what this is. Just a booklet or what? Booklet for Switch Online. Oh, and then yeah, you can get the Ralt holding the Gardevoir. Here's the cartridge. Pretty cool. Let's put it in. And probably have to download something. And then here's the inside of the case, which is also pretty cool. Looks like it's really just Lumio City. I mean, it's massive, but it looks like it's just Lumio City, so. Alright. So, put all this back here. Alright. The controller. Oop. There we go. Where's my thing? Oh, okay. Just start the software. So I will play through this a little bit and let's see how it goes. I also want to, so this is cool. I got that. I also wanted to show the other stuff that I got from the GameStop employees. They were super nice, by the way. And let's see. I think it's really just a bunch of random stuff. So, Super Mario Legos? It's like Toad Pit Crew, that's what it is. Pretty cool. An Xbox football stress toy. Oh, what the heck? It's like a GameStop exclusive Suicide Squad. Not just Suicide Squad. Like comic book or something? That's cool. I feel like I'm one of those YouTubers who would open up. She's right there. I feel like one of those YouTubers who would open up like the swag bags back in the day. I don't know if those still are around, but I always wanted to do it, but I never could. Like, you know, they're expensive. It's like $15 a month. What else we got? Oh, let's go. I mean, I don't play the One Piece card game, but they're One Piece card game stickers. So that is very cool. What is this? It looks like a poster of some sort. Let's see if I can you guess this poster? Or this flag, I guess. Just based on this. How about this? It's not ringing any bells to me. So I will just take a look at it. Oh my god. It's not a game. It is a game, but it's... Did you predict Saquon Barkley? If you predicted Saquon Barkley, then you win $1 million. Wow. Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. Okay. We'll see if I have a space to put that somewhere. And where's that? This is just like a paper poster for Sparking Zero. I never played the game, but it looks pretty cool. I was just never big on Dragon Ball. But yeah, and also it's pretty expensive, like $60, I think. Okay, a few more things. Like a Beyblade sample manga or something? I didn't know Beyblade had a manga. Hey! Pretty cool. And this is a big thing. This is like a big box. Oh! Wow, there's a lot more actually. Sonic. What is this? Something Sonic. I can't see what it is. Sonic acrylic stand. Oh, okay. Let's see. Abby wants to leave. My door is closed. So she's just looking at me. That's pretty cool. Sonic Superstars. I think this is gonna be on the Switch soon. Switch 2, I think. Check that out. Gosh, I feel so connected right now. Little Star Wars pin. There was also one person that was handing out like her like homemade pins. They were of the Pokemon, but they're homemade, and oh, they're made of leather, I think. Check this out. They made some shinies as well, so some people got shinies. I think there's a photo. I took a photo of one, but I got Chikorita, normal Chikorita. I didn't want to go with Chikorita, but maybe I will. Okay. Whoa, what the heck? Civ. This is 7? Civ 7, Universal Controller, and Mouse Holder. I really don't know what this could be. I've also never played a Civ game as well. I want to, but at the same time, I have a lot of like, not turn-based games, but sort of like world building games, so I don't need any more right now. Like, I need to play City Skylines for one. Wow. This is pretty cool. Check that out. I really... Oh, Ivy, don't look in there. Looking in the plastic bag. I don't really know how this holds the mouse or something, or what does it do? You want to sniff around? Universal controller and mouse holder. So like you could hold your mouse like this. Something like this. Or, where's my Switch? I have my Switch controller. That's what I use, so. Whoa, shit. Yeah. I guess it works. Pretty nice. I mean, I guess I need one. I don't have one. I just leave it on my desk, but nice to have. Pretty cool. I'm really happy that I went. So yeah. And of course, this is just the bag itself. Just a drawstring bag. It's pretty cool. Xbox game. I don't like the Xbox Game Pass, but I don't really like anything Xbox, to be honest. I mean, it's owned by Microsoft. They're a bad company, but yeah. I have the drawstring bag. So, pretty cool. Thank you so much to those GameStop employees. I did not mention it because I didn't want to hold people up, but I really wanted to, thank them for spending a few hours trying to entertain us and keep us engaged and whatever. And it was like the people that were there that made it interesting, of course, but they obviously cared a lot about it as well. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this game just for a few hours, maybe an hour, because I have to go to work tomorrow. But we'll see how it is. And yeah, I think that should be it though. I kind of vlogged throughout the day. Hopefully the video isn't too long. I think it's gonna come out to about like 20 minutes. That's my guess. Maybe 30. 25. That's my guess. All right, bye.